Reading passes 2, you should spend about 20 minutes on questions 14 to 26, which are based on reading passes 2 below. Stadiums, past, present, and future. Stadiums are among the oldest forms of urban architecture. Vast stadiums where the public could watch sporting events were at the center of Western city life as far back as the ancient Greek and Roman empires, well before the construction of the great medieval cathedral and the grand 19th and 20th century railway stations, which dominated urban skylines in later eras. Today, however, stadiums are regarded with growing skepticism. Construction costs can soar above £1 billion, and the stadiums finished for major events such as the Olympic Games or the FIFA World Cup have notably fallen into disuse and disrepair. But this need to be the case. History shows that the stadiums can drive urban development and adapt to the culture of every age. Even today, architects and planners are finding new ways to adapt the monofunctional sports arenas, which became emblematic of modernization during the 20th century. The amphitheater of Arles in southwest France, with a capacity of 25,000 spectators, is perhaps the best example of just how versatile stadiums can be. Built by the Romans in 90 AD, it became a fortress with 4 towers after the 5th century and was then transformed into a village containing more than 200 houses. With the growing interest in conservation during the 19th century, it was converted back into the arena for the staging of bullfights, thereby returning to the structure to its original use as a venue for public spectacles. Another example is the imposing arena of Verona in northern Italy, with a space for 30,000 spectators, which was built 60 years before the Arles Amphitheater and 40 years before Rome's famous Colosseum. It has ensured the centuries and is currently considered one of the world's prime sites for opera, thanks to its outstanding acoustics. The area in the center of the Italian town of Lucca, known as the Piazza del Anfiteatro, is yet another impressive example of an amphitheater becoming absorbed into the fabric of the city. The site evolved in a similar way to Arles and was progressively filled with buildings from the Middle Ages until the 19th century, variously used as houses, a salt depot, and a prison. But rather than reverting to an arena, it became a market square designed by romanticist, uh, rom- romanticist architect Leonardo Nottolini. Today, the ruins of the amphitheater remain embedded in the various shops and residences surrounding the public square. There are many similarities between modern stadiums and the ancient amphitheaters intended for games, but some of the flexibility was lost at the beginning of the 20th century as stadiums were developed using new products such as steel and reinforced concrete and made use of bright lights for nighttime matches. Many such stadiums are situated in urban areas designed for sporting use only and surrounded by parking lots. These factors mean that they may not be as accessible to the general public, require more energy to run, and contribute to urban heat. But many of today's most innovative architects see scope for the stadium to help improve the city. Among the current strategies, two seem to be having particular success: the stadium as an urban hub and as a power plant. There is a growing trend for stadiums to be equipped with public spaces and services that serve a function beyond sport, such as hotels, retail outlets, conference centers, restaurants and bars, children's playgrounds, and a green space, creating mixed use developments such as their reinforces compactness and multifunctionality, making more efficient use of land and helping to regenerate urban spaces. This opens the space up to families and a wider cross section of society instead of catering only to sports people and supporters. There have been many examples of this in the UK. The mixed use facilities at Wembley and Old Trafford have become a blueprint for many other stadiums in the world. The phenomena of stadiums as power stations has arisen from the idea that energy problems can be overcome by integrating interconnected buildings by means of a smart grid, which is an electricity supply network that uses digital communications technology to detect and react to local changes in usage without significant energy losses. Stadiums are ideal for these purposes because their canopies have a large surface area for fitting photovoltaic panels and rise high enough, more than 40 meters, to make use of micro wind turbines. Freiburg Mage Solar Stadium in Germany is the first of a new wave of stadiums as power plants, which also includes the Amsterdam Arena and the Korsiank Stadium. The latter, inaugurated in 2009, has 8,844 photovoltaic panels, producing up to 1.14 gigawatt hour of electricity annually. This reduces the annual output of carbon dioxide by 660 tons and supplies up to 80% of the surrounding area, when the stadium is not in use. This is proof that a stadium can serve its city and have a decidedly positive impact in terms of reduction of carbon dioxide emissions. Sporting arenas have always been central to the life and culture of cities. In every era, the stadiums the stadium has acquired new value and uses, for military fortress to residential village, public space to theater, and most recently a field for experimentation in advanced engineering. The stadium of today now brings together multiple functions, thus helping cities to create a sustainable future. Questions 14 to 17. Reading Passage 2 has 7 sections A to G. Which section contains the following information? Write the correct letter A to G in boxes 14 to 17 on your answer sheet. NB. You may use any letter more than once. A mention of negative attitudes towards the stadium building projects. A. Section A. Figures demonstrating the incremental benefits of a certain stadium. Section F. Examples of the wide range of facilities available at some new stadiums. Section E. Reference to the disadvantages of the stadiums built during a certain era. Section D. Questions 18 to 22. Complete the summary below. Choose one word only from the passage for each answer. Write your answers in boxes 18 to 22 on your answer sheet. Roman amphitheaters. The Roman stadiums of Europe have proved very versatile. The amphitheater of Arles, for example, was converted first into a fortress, then into a residential area, and finally into an arena where spectators could watch bullfights. Meanwhile, the arena in Verona, one of the oldest Roman amphitheaters, is famous today as a venue where opera is performed. The site of Lucas Amphitheatre has also been used for many purposes over the centuries, including the sportage of salt, including the storage of salt. It is now a market square with 20 with shops and homes incorporated into the remains of the Roman amphitheater. Questions 23 to 24. Choose two letters A to E. Write the correct letters in boxes 23 and 24 on your answer sheet. When comparing 20th century stadiums to ancient amphitheaters in section D, which two negative features does the writer mention? And they are less imaginatively designed. They are less imaginatively designed, not mentioned. They are less spacious, not mentioned. They are in less convenient locations. Yes, C. They are less versatile. Yes, D. They are made of less durable materials. Not mentioned. Questions 25 and 26. Choose two letters, A to E. Write the correct letters in boxes 25 and 26 on your answer sheet. Which two advantages of modern stadium design does the writer mention? Offering improved amenities of the enjoyment of sports events? No. Bringing a community life back into the city environment? Yes. Facilitating research into solar and wind energy solutions? No. Enabling local residents to reduce their consumption of electricity? Yes. Providing a suitable site for the installation of renewable power generators? No. B and E are the right options. Sorry. Providing a suitable site for the installation of renewable power generators? Yes. B and E. Bringing community life back into the city environment and providing a suitable site for the installation of renewable power generators.